It was Monday morning in April of 2005, and Laura Nenich's class was just about to begin. I was exhausted, having worked until 1 a.m. the night prior and completing my 45-minute commute home. I was back downtown for this morning's class. Everything was a blur. Voices recounting their weekend, the end of the school year buzz in the air, and I was barely coherent, leaning backward where I inadvertently could overhear the conversation behind me. Blah, blah, blah. Live, audio, wrestling. I was now awake. Could there possibly be someone that actually listens to this show of which I am the call screener for? Excuse me, person I have never seen once in the past 2 years at Ryerson. Might you be talking about the live audio wrestling? Why yes, strange man with dyed blonde hair, baggy pants, and a chain wallet. I am speaking about that show. Huh. Well, I'm John Pollock. Holy shit. John Pollock? I'm Wei Ting. I left class that day, not with a memory of what I learned from my textbook, but stuck on this odd meeting with this Wei character and asking the question, who is that guy? Who is Wei Ting?
You want to talk about drugs, John?
I give the show a B minor out of 10. Because B minor is the saddest chord.
Oh.
Sometimes, I like a hot chocolate. I love my sweets. But sometimes a hot chocolate is a little too sweet.
Wow. You're getting pretty personal here. I don't even know what that could be. Let me think about that.
So I set out to answer this question, and the story takes us back to March 14th of 1984. While the most popular baby names were led by Michael, Christopher, and Matthew, Wing Ting and Catherine Kung saw a different path, a different way, and leaned on the Cantonese pinyin influence in naming their new child Wei Chung Ting. While coming significantly later than older brothers James and Kenny, Wei was the equivalent of David Bowie releasing the next day, proving that a surprise is just a gift you hadn't dreamt of yet.
We know that he was spending excessive time watching the wrestling show. So yeah, we kind of worry about that. Since he is the youngest kid in the whole family.
Hong Kong would not be able to contain the creative prowess of the emerging Ting dynasty, and in 1989, they pointed out into the distance and set out to form a new life. That destination? Scarborough, Ontario. And they were off to experience Western culture.
Did you ever see Titanic?
I did. And
in the theater or a movie?
In the theater.
Yeah, I did too.
And I have a story about that because I watched it with my dad. My dad is a huge Celine Dion fan. Doesn't understand a word of the songs, but just I don't know what it is, man. Celine Dion just has that effect on I guess the Asian immigrants in their 40s or 50s. And okay, everything's fine. This is just it's a movie, and all of a sudden the drawing scene occurs.
Oh, what an awkward scene to watch with a parent. You would have been like 13 at this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Leonardo DiCaprio is, of course, sketching Kate Winslet in the nude. And I was sitting right next to my dad, and awkward, to say the least. So awkward, in fact, he took out a napkin and covered my eyes inside the theater. And I was just happy to let him do it. Because, man, I didn't want to be a part of this. I didn't want to see boobies with my dad there.
Wei Ting had lofty aspirations upon his migration to Canada, and his newfound city understood, erecting Port Royal Elementary School in 1992. Wei Ting ascended the ranks, blitzing through Miss Walsh's 4th grade class and Madame Samuel's grade 6 French, and discovering a life beyond textbooks and note-taking. But to allow these interests to flourish, he had to go big. And it was time to move on to Albert Campbell Collegiate. During his high school years, Wei would begin to assemble a posse that included the likes of Ivan, Farah, future worldwide tech influencer Xu Zhang, and the notorious Gordon, Liquid Cash Chen. Here, Wei explored his love of music, a passion that had its roots in rap and hip-hop.
The combination Weigh and bray, the skill testing equation you get when you add a white dude and an Asian. It's a fact, yo, we are to win the tag straps.
Beyond that, like, I play music. That's just something I do for as a release for fun.
Just click the link and download this shiz. Wait up. Wait up. Wait up. Wait up.
Do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies, pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again.
Derek Howe, this man is crazy. Unbroken. He is off the chain. He's the original Week Test member along with me. And then we've got the famous, the most known Wei Ting right here. Because we've been waiting all our lives for him. Alright?
Enter Wei Ting's band, The Weak Attempts, consisting of Wei, Lev Fernandez, Derek Howe, Roy Chan, and vocals by Darlene Gonzalez. In between his communications technology course and brainstorming on ICQ, number 249-45539, it led to the birth of the SMC.
The SMC, Supreme Master Championship. My friend Jeff and I had just gone to WrestleMania 18. My friend Jeff is a very proactive person. If he gets an interest, he'll likely do it, no matter how stupid the idea. And so he decided to one day just ask all his friends together to start a wrestling organization. And he did his first show at his friend's birthday party, and he dressed up as Hogan. I won't tell you what the name he actually used was. It's actually very offensive. And so he eventually asked me if I wanted to join as a storyline writer, and I came on board as a booker and a storyline writer and the announcer.
But like luckily a few years later, and he seems he's making more show network with his friends, and then he finally he's getting really professional in the wrestling field. So, he's actually okay.
Ever so often you would see people throw out their old mattresses on the side of the road. And so, my friend and I would see these, and we'd get all excited. Hey, there's a mattress at True Road Crescent. Let's go grab it. And so there would be the three of us just hauling this giant mattress to one of our houses, and then eventually to the park. But my friend Jeff's, all his buddies, mostly they were very, just not very dangerous people. They were not violent and whatsoever. In fact, there was this one kid who actually was maybe a bit more violent and fit the mold of this backyard wrestler a bit more. We eventually brought him on, and he almost injured a bunch of people, and it was no good. We were basically the shittiest, most easygoing wrestling imaginable. So that's SMC.
After rave reviews with the SMC and its intricate storylines and nuanced characters, Wei Ting realized it was time to leave the backyard, both literally and figuratively, because Wei was off to Ryerson University in the fall of 2003 and its radio and television arts program. An internship at the upstart digital sports channel The Fight Network proved key in Wei Ting's production aspirations, quickly ascending the food chain to become both a top editor at the channel, finding notoriety as Call Wei Ting on the live audio wrestling radio program, while also breaking out as an on-air personality, interviewing several celebrities with the launch of his own series, The Weigh-In.
Hey everybody, this is Wei Ting. I'm joined with the face of women's MMA, Gina Carano. Hi, how are you doing, Gina?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
You almost look as uncomfortable as me on camera.
Really? I'm pretty uncomfortable, but let me just look at my questions on my BlackBerry.
Okay.
Mr. Couples, just a quick question. Do you think the Masters would attract a younger audience if instead of green jackets they began awarding championship belts?
No, I would stick with a green jacket.
The weigh-in was a hit, but the people didn't just want to see Wei for a few minutes each week. They wanted to hear the man. And it was through his exploration into the wrestling podcast arena that Wei was exposed to the masses.
I give it 0.000000006.
I give it, I don't know, an amoeba. The lowest life form.
Fuck! Go fuck! Fucking fuck! Wait. You got a haircut.
I did.
Looks very nice.
Thanks, man.
Is there a name for that style?
Yeah, it's shut the fuck up.
Whoa!
The eclectic tastes of Wei build on a foundation of Lego, Old Dirty Bastard, and half coffee, half hot chocolate, added jujitsu to the pantheon of skills he was acquiring, walking into open mat MMA in August of 2012. Wei Ting would rise the ranks under the study of Elliot Baev, Roman, Ostap, and Tiffany. In March of 2014, Wei would enter his first tournament at Ascension, and ascend he did to the podium.
I ended up winning a bronze medal, so that was really cool. And I mean, I think I've since become the most well-known white belt featherweight bronze medalist in jiu-jitsu in the world.
By October of 2014, this BJJ blue belt was traveling the world, covering combat sports and manning a production team that included the great George Barbosa, Eddie Mallet, Derek Swanton, James Garcia, Sarge, Sam, Teresa, Colin, and so many more. Don't believe me? From his LinkedIn recommendations, quote, he won't tell you this himself because of his modesty, but Wei is one of the most talented cameramen and editors I've ever had the pleasure of working with. In addition, his work ethic is second to none and is very reliable if you need to get the job done. Wei would be an asset to any team, and I would highly recommend him. While Wei Ting's star grew, the television landscape did not. And in October of 2017, Wei and I were on the receiving end of the words downsized, cutbacks, and tough choices to make. I was gone, but my severance package was Wei Ting, who was coming with me. Against our lawyer's advice, we continued doing weekly podcasts until December the 24th, 2017.
The podcast world is a horrible place, and we're here to make it worse. No law can stop us. No asylum can afford us. And once we were done, we were just getting started. Pollock, Ting, Post Wrestling.
End scene.
Wow, that was...
What a great.
So what we have determined is that you and I, our next jobs will likely not be as actors.
The law is no more.
The company tightened their belts across the board for all of their satellite little companies, including firing many on zero notice everyone at the Law radio show.
Yeah, I did the show last night, and then woke up this morning and I heard that John Pollock was let go, and I presumed from there that it was a big major cutback.
I love that show. I had listened every Saturday and every Sunday, and it was awesome.
So you can check out John and Way's Patreon that hopefully have launched by the time this episode comes out.
Buy them a pint.
Yes.
Merry Christmas and welcome to Post Wrestling. I am John Pollock, and I am joined by Wei Ting. Wei, as my mom asked me earlier this week, why are you launching on Christmas Eve?
Great question. Probably the worst possible day to gain any type of traction. Nobody does anything on this day except talk to their families. But in a way, that's kind of what we're doing.
Wei Ting had entered his most serious commitment, running a business with myself. I demanded a lot of the man's time, recording most nights of the week, constant messages and updates, but I had competition.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
I knew that Wei's time was occupied elsewhere, and it all goes back to 2015.
Tinder is making it possible for users to have a holiday romance without leaving their home. It's all part of a new premium service, which the dating app is launching today, called Tinder Plus. If you've never tried it, Tinder uses your location to match you up with potential dates. You either swipe left to ignore or swipe right to show you're interested. Since its launch in 2012, it's made 22 million matches worldwide a day.
Fresh off of New Year's, an algorithm connected Wei Ting with Pauline.
How you doing?
Hi.
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 So who is Wei Ting? A son, brother, musician, video editor, podcaster, friend, blue belt, rapper, storyline writer, booker, and announcer of a backyard wrestling promotion. He's Wei fucking Ting.
My name is Elliot, and I met Wei on a boat. We were both coming to Canada.
My name is Phil Shertalk, and I came to know Wei Ting by watching him on the Fight Network as the yin to my friend John Pollock's yang.
My name is Braden Harrington.
The Mouth.
My name is Peter Cooling, and I worked with Wei at Byte and Ox TV as a camera operator on the Surf and Explore Music with Alan Cross.
Hello, Canada. It's your buddy. It's your pal. It's John McCormick.
This is Robert Pearson. I'm friends with Wei.
My name is Brian Mann.
This is George Barbosa.
Howdy, I'm Rob Scott, and I used to work with Wei at Byte TV on the Surf and Byte Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Andrew Thompson here of the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel.
Hi there, it's Brent from the True North Nerds podcast.
Is this thing on? Hey, Wei. It's Ahmad Butt. Ahmed Butt. I don't think you know how to pronounce my name.
Hello, my name is Brian Dunn. My connection with Wei is from RTA at Ryerson and also Byte TV. Sadly, Wei didn't follow me to Korea though.
Hi, my name is Glenn Chan. I went to Ryerson University with Wei. I probably saw DVC Pro tape to him.
My name is Davey Portman.
Hi, my name is Martin Bushby.
Hey, my name is Sam Pierce, and I worked with Wei at Fight Network, mostly on Review of Raw and other law projects.
This is W.H. Park.
Ariel Jacob Helwani.
And I want to give a big MDK gang shout out to my gang member Wah.
He's a lot taller than I expected.
It was an interesting boat ride. You know, he kept giving me like these really difficult math problems. He's like, I bet you can't solve this. And I was like, no, man, I have no idea how to do this. And then he would just like solve it right away. And
although my favorite memory, I would say, was a time I got together with him and John. They were in New York City, but I picked this barbecue place to take them to. And then wouldn't you know it, it turns out that dinner was scheduled for the day after the 2016 presidential election.
I mean, I worked with him on an Alan Cross show, and I think I learned more about music from him than I did from Alan or Jeff Woods. So,
well, I'll never forget our one and only face-to-face meeting awkwardly in the parking lot outside a Starbucks in the middle of a pandemic.
The first time I ever hung out with Wei was at Pollock vs. Ting. I think it was number 3. And I was definitely like, whoa, Wei is an animal.
Some way he was in town in New York City, and I was able to score an in-studio interview with the legend Wei Ting. I'll be honest, originally I wasn't sure if it was a stage name.
I remember being surprised that Wei Ting was his actual real name, because long-time listeners of the show know that Wei was a call screener on the law, and they always had the joke that it was Call Wei Ting.
And I was amazed at John, who of course is sick in his love of bad puns. We had Wei answer the phones, and he would call him Call Wei Ting. Like, it was this weird joke pun that John loved. But the thing about it is it never bothered Wei in the slightest. Like, you could tell that it didn't faze him at all.
I would constantly call on my mentor and praised him for his good work. which he hated, of course.
I've been at many live events with Wei, all around the world, from New York to Canada and Japan, and he's always recognized, and people and fans, will come up and approach him, and again, he's just always so kind and genuine, and talks to them and gets to know them and gets to know their name.
When he genuinely laughs and enjoys something, it's almost like a cascade of constant love and laughter and goodness from him.
You're a very encouraging individual. You've helped me a great deal.
Is one time we were all dressed up as elves, and someone tried to fight Wei, and well, Wei did not stand down.
First got to meet him when I was actually dressed as an elf on an elf night, and Wei actually tried to set me up with one of Pauline's friends.
Who was the friend?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Is she here tonight?
Probably.
Since I was in master control at Byte all the time, I saw a lot of the Weigh-In. And the theme song for the Weigh-In is... And still, sometimes when I'm walking down the streets, I will just randomly go... And I only know that from the Weigh-In. And Wei, I always think of you when I think of that song.
Wei, you are on the road... not to WrestleMania, but the road to marriage.
Don't trip up down the aisle, because I find every news item that hits the internet. If you do, I will find this video, and I will write an article about it, and I will make it the front story on Post.
Good wishes, great moments, simchas, as they say in my religion. A hearty mazel tov to you guys. I'm still waiting for the save the date, let alone the invitation. Hasn't come through the mail, but I've been out and about, so... maybe I'll check my mail later today. I'm still waiting on it.
Congratulations, Wei and Pauline.
Wei really is one of the good ones, and it genuinely makes me very happy to see him in the spot that he's in today.
Congratulations on getting married today.
Either way, I wish him the best, and I think he's going to have a fantastic time being home and making sure his wife is happy and doing all sorts of maintenance projects. I think it's going to be a fantastic experience for him, and I wish him all the best with that, and we'll see what happens from there.
Wei is still the wonderful human being that he is, minus the vomit on some poor dude's lawn.
There you go. Think of it like a new season, all right? There you go. Okay, take care. Hope everyone's well. Bye.
I hope they have a great wedding, and huge congratulations to you both. It's been absolutely brilliant, and yep, I'll end it there.
Cheers.
1, 2, 1, 2. Big ups to the bride and groom. Oh yeah, flyest couple in the room. Yo, 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 and away we go. Debut edition of the Pauline and Wei Show. Love to Bish Bulldogs and Heart Foundation. Tings are the new tag team sensation. Marriage long meal, dessert at the beginning. Honeymoon with whipped cream, Wei is winning. Leaving the lid up, now that's a crime. Do that, you'll be in divorce court in no time. You guys are in the 6, home of Drake. Is that his face on your wedding cake? I wish you the best. Please understand, I'll always be a fan of the Wei Ting clan.
It's like you, Wei, are a very unique individual, and everybody tells me that.
In what way?
Lots of people are like, Wei Ting. There's only one Wei Ting. I could not come up with you in my head. There's no way. There's no way.
Thank you, I guess. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
It's a huge compliment, Wei. You are very interesting.